Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Polynoia. I'm Tyler,
I'm Michael.
and we're your hosts. It's been a while since we've been back. I got married, took a
Woo!
little break, and then took some more time off because it was just kind of weird. But like getting back to work and all that shit.
Yeah.
So an adjustment period, but we're back, and we're gonna talk about dogs.
Yeah, we talk about dogs.
Fucking dogs.
Not just any dog.
Goofy.
You know him, you love him. You hate him?
I really don't know him that well,
I
to
don't
be honest.
either. Where'd he come from? What's his deal? What's the deal with this guy?
I don't know. Well, we were talking about offline,
Yeah.
off the line, Goofy movie. You got a Goofy movie, 1995, and then the sequel, an extremely Goofy movie.
Yeah.
Just kind of went from 0 to 100.
So,
So we were thinking, like, you insert some more films in between that, kind of, fill out the spectrum a little bit.
yeah, you need like a linear gradient of, extreme here. Of goofiness.
Just 0 and then off the charts.
yeah,
Goofy.
the goofy spectrum.
Yeah. Anyways, that's where we kind of left off, and then we just paused before we started here. So,
Yeah.
Michael, what are your thoughts for the first real Goofy movie?
So
Because we got to put like 3 more at least in between those two.
okay, so I will say I thought when you just were talking, I thought of a reason why maybe they went with an extremely goofy movie for the second one because they knew that was the last one they were going to get. And they're like, we got to cram all the goofiness in this one right here.
Got to crank it to 11.
Yeah, we can't leave any on the cutting room floor. Put it all in.
Yeah, like what did they crank? Like what?
The
Like what is
skateboarding,
extremely about? Okay, yeah. There's more cheese,
cheese.
more pizza.
the nachos.
There's more rafting than I've ever seen in a Goofy movie.
Did they raft?
Is it a raft?
That was the first one?
I think so.
I really don't remember.
I
the
mean,
first
they
one.
were in like, was it a van
It was like
down the river?
the wild thornberries.
Oh my god!
Didn't they have like an aquatic thing? Their van. Did they have a van?
I need to look this
Holy
up right now.
man,
God, what was that little freak's name? Little
Donnie.
son? Donnie.
I think so. Donovan.
Fucking squealing.
Yeah. Did they just steal that kid? like,
They took him from a local tribe.
yeah. Like, did they steal him?
He was wild.
That's fucked up.
What am I looking at? Aquatic.
Yeah.
Wild thornberry aquatic.
Aquatic van theory.
Oh my god. You think that's real? Oh, they do. Wait, no.
There's some cartoon that
I
did
thought.
something.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. They have a van and it has like inflatables on it.
Yeah.
So you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember that. Yeah.
God, Nigel, don't worry.
Now, that's not to say that couldn't have also happened on the first Goofy movie, the eponymous Goofy movie. A Goofy movie, if you will. But
What's possible?
they could have had that too. It was the 90s. There were no rules.
Yeah, especially in a Goofy movie.
It's in the name, folks. They're going to get a little wacky with it.
All right, what is like a little bit more Goofy movie look like? Like a 2 out of 10 Goofy.
A little silly. It's a silly
A
movie.
silly Goofy movie.
Well, yeah, because actually, maybe I'd say silly is before goofy, in my own scale. Like, oh, I'm being a little.
But you're
being a little
already
silly.
on the Goofy scale.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, that would be like a prequel. That'd be a dark prequel reboot. A little goofy. I'm trying to think of better words. Okay, so in the naming scheme, it's just like They're still using the word goofy. Okay, so maybe you have to
Yeah.
use the word goofy. But the whatever the adjective English, is
I'm
extremely.
looking at synonyms here.
Oh, you get to
You got
cheat?
crazy. Yeah, I'm helping you out. You got
Oh, okay.
crazy. You got dopey. You got flaky. You got foolish. You got idiotic.
Are these-
kooky?
This sounds like
A kooky, goofy movie?
this sounds like Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. I thought you were naming off fucking dwarfs.
Oh no. Dippy?
You got dippy,
Daffy?
dopey.
These aren't words. Ditzy, dotty. No, that doesn't.
You
that
got
doesn't
goo
work.
goo. You got gaga.
A goo goo goofy movie.
A goo goo movie.
Careful. All right, so we have a little bit goofy movie. What could they change? Like what do they build off of from the Goofy movie?
So the first Goofy movie, Max was in middle school? Or no, he's in college in Extremely Goofy movie. So I don't know how old he was in... Okay. It's like a year skip. Next year. Okay? Let's just say he's 6th grade, Sixth grade, we're making this up. 6th grade, first movie. You're a little green, right? You don't know all the funny stuff you're gonna find out you like in middle school yet. You're a little kid still,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. You're
And
still
then-
under the thumb of your parents.
And you turn 6th grade, and then you turn 6th grade, and you're like, I got starting to get a little more personality here. Okay, you can use the internet. You
I got
can-
some braces
you can
now.
Search stuff. You got to talk to people
Yeah.
more. Okay, so that's that one, right? Good place to start off the series. Now you're in 7th grade for the second one. You're starting to get a little angsty, a little bit, a little touch,
Yeah.
a little touch of angst.
Yeah.
You're getting
What's he mad about in this one? What's he angsty about?
it's school
Not
dance,
quite government yet.
school dance.
Okay. What kind of music is he listening? This is like 90,
Oh, wait.
96.
Yeah. 96. He's listening to. Is he listening to Nirvana yet? Or is he not? He's not become a
I was
Nirvana
gonna say,
head
when
until
does
he's in
like
high school.
Sublime come out and shit like that?
Yeah.
Tool.
Sublime
Was 88.
I
Tool
feel like.
might be in the third movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that's 8th grade. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tool's 8th grade for him. Yeah, so he starts off like a little like more. I mean, Tool's also really popular, but you know what I mean, like a little slightly more mainstream, even though they're all like were very popular. Yeah, so maybe like a little Nirvana, a little Red Hot Chili Peppers, maybe. He's like, oh, I was a little spicy
Yeah.
at this one, kind of rocking. I'm kind of rocking with this one.
Getting in there early, on the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Get in there early. And so what are they going to do in the second one? So the first one was like a little family vacation with their neighbors, right?
Yeah, we'll just say that's what it was.
Yeah,
I
so-
have no idea.
I think so. So maybe the second one, just go straight off like, hey, we got another one, same formula. Let's get them back out. It's summertime.
What's like a trip you do with your parents? Like summer trip, middle school. What do you do?
For me, it was go to a river.
Get drowned.
Yeah, I go, hey, we're going to dunk you in this river. You're going to drown.
We'll hold you down there for like a little bit too long.
It's gonna
and
be
that'll make you a
great.
man.
Yeah. You'll lose some brain cells, but that'll do you good. Yeah, too
Yeah.
many of those, you're
They
going to
don't let you drink alcohol, but they let you drink the river water.
Yeah, get in there, catch some crawdads with your mouth, and eat them for dinner.
Little noodling summer vacation.
A little noodling summer vacation. Yeah, okay. Maybe they go noodling. Yeah.
And they get pizza afterwards. Not too crazy.
Yeah, what if they're... Oh, but we got to get a little more goofy. We got a little more goofy, though. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Like pizza's later.
Right, pizza's later. I'm thinking maybe they get pizza later. Okay. I'm thinking they're out there, Maybe
the river.
maybe they thought this probably happened in the first fucking movie. Maybe they're I'm just like remembering it, but not really. So they go out there. They're like, we're gonna catch our own dinner, right? Classic. Like we're gonna take you out. We're gonna catch our own dinner. Oh shoot, they fail. So they drive into town and they get pizza. Okay. Next day, the kids, Max and TJ, they figure out. Hey, why don't we take these? Whatever. Isn't that what TJ sounded like?
I have no idea.
Yeah, it was a perfect rendition. So he goes.
Yeah,
so
I think
they get the idea because they're a little goofy, right? They're a little goofy, and they think, what if we use these bad boys as like bait? Well, I bet we can catch fish today. And so they
What's
get
the bait?
pizza.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say
They're
little pizza
fishing. They're
bites.
fishing with pizza, little pizza bites.
Yeah.
And the fish
Yeah.
go nuts. The fish go haywire.
You know, fish, they are Italian. All fish.
I've
They
heard
love
this.
pizza. Yeah.
Yep.
People just don't really realize it. So
Fish
you
are,
take your
yeah.
already cooked pizza, like you have dinner, so people would just eat that normally.
Yeah.
But no, you take it, still hot, put it a little bit on your fishing hook. Whoppers come into your fucking lap.
Yes, Whoppers. Stuff stories are made
Whoppers.
out of.
Yeah. 30-pound catfish, 40-pound catfish, 45-pound catfish, all from one little bite. Huzzah.
Little bite of za. Is that pepperoni you thinking? You thinking Italian sausage? Because,
It helps, but it's
Yeah.
not necessary. Like they'll do it either way.
just
So
like any
what I
scrap
do-
of the za.
Yeah. A lot of cheese.
Yeah,
helps.
yeah. A lot of cheese.
But like what I'll do is I'll take the pepperoni off and just kind of suck on it. And then I'll throw just the cheese piece out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's pretty effective.
I think I'd try to give them a little taste of the roni,
You know, after you kill them,
Can they
just
take
kind of slip one in there.
just like an offering, like sorry, bud?
Yeah.
Why'd you say sorry when
Like
they're
you know how you
alive?
take a picture of like with the cigarette in the mouth of the catfish? You just do a little
Oh, yeah. They could
noni.
make
You can also like light the pepperoni on fire too.
so maybe that's how. Okay, now this is how the kids get the idea. So they're at that pizza place, and it's nearby to camping or whatever. So they're a little outdoorsy themed. So they have a legally distinct Bobby the beautiful bass on the wall, and Bobby's sitting there, and he's not singing about whatever smoking. Is that what the original one is? No, that's just the one I'm thinking of. Anyway,
Be happy.
yeah. So this one, instead of having like a cigarette in its mouth, the animatronic, it's a pizza, and they're like, we could do that. What if we do that?
They're behaving like total stoners, but like aren't high because you
They
can't
do-
show that in the movie.
They do have that one friend, Sid. Sid? Is his name Sid?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm batting
Don't
like 1,000.
don't worry about
right
it.
now.
Just yeah.
Yeah. He's like the stoner archetype. At least in
Yeah.
the second one, for sure.
Is he the one with like the glasses and the short hair?
Yeah.
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 He was cool.
Yeah, so he could be out there too. Now he's been listening to Tool since 6th grade.
He comes out of the back. Okay, here. Build the scene.
Okay.
He's hanging out with the cooks in the kitchen. Those other guys are just sitting at a table. He comes bursting out of the kitchen, like those like swing open doors.
Yep.
And it's a bunch of like kitchen smoke. You think it's, somebody's burning something,
Yeah.
but really it just implies that he's a
It's-
stoner.
Yeah. He's getting
Yeah,
goofy
and
in his
then
own way.
Max or whatever, he's talking about fishing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my grandpa used to take me fishing out there. Oh, I love it, And then Sid comes up. That's his name, right? Sid.
Yeah, it's Sid. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and he's like, you ever heard of real fishing? And then he just like shows him the fucking little piece.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. I don't want to give too much away.
No. And also, you said something really important. that is not fucking true. There's no way. There's no way that Goofy has a dad. No shot. No
Really?
fucking way. There's
Never?
no way. There's no way Max has a granddad.
Why not?
I don't believe it.
I guess how old do they live? Like 8 years?
I don't know, but it doesn't sound right to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, no way.
All right. Well, scratch that.
No. I'm just saying, like, he's lying.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. There's no way.
Maybe.
There's no granddad in the Goofy universe.
Well, how was Goofy born?
He's first.
Does he have a mom?
He's first generation of this creature. All of them are all of the parent age ones are first gen like creations.
Wow.
Yeah.
They had cameras like the first generation of dogs. And they only had like 2 dogs. Let's play dog.
I can't answer that. I don't know how that works.
It's pretty close. Although he does use 4 legs. So what?
See, that's what I'm saying. They're creatures. Every one of them. Freaks.
So Goofy's dad was definitely a wolf then.
Now that's okay.
And then he got into some radioactive goo.
That's too easy.
We all love the goo.
What about instead of radioactive, make it like No, I do that too. What about what's something goofy?
Let me think. I mean, it could be radioactive cheese.
Yeah.
Just this like primordial cheese sauce
Okay.
bestowed to the dogs.
Yeah. Oh, they love it. They love it though.
They love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, is the whole Goofy universe just full of dogs?
He talks to a duck and he talks to a mouse.
But in the Goofy movie? Yeah, it's a bunch of dogs. Oh, man.
It's all
I
dogs.
didn't realize this. Yeah.
Okay. Dog.
All right, back to it.
Yeah,
So they're
dog world.
fishing.
Yeah.
It's like kind of goofy.
It's a little goofy.
Not too much else happens. Like they don't get the biggest fish, but they get a pretty decent
And they
sized
grow
fish.
as friends and family along the way.
Yeah. And then the fish escapes. But that's okay because you learn the lessons.
That's right.
And that sets up Goofy movie number 3.
Yep. A tumultuous time. This is because if it's the summers, he's been in 8th grade now, right? And I'm picturing that was like the summer after 7th grade, and this is the summer after 8th grade. Just that
Right before high school.
that in that time, that in between time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, he's listening to Tool now.
Has he had his first drugs?
Has Max? Did he? I don't think he did drugs in college. I'm trying to also.
Could have got clean.
We're gonna have to do a time skip from movie either 3 to 4 or 4 to 5. If 5 is extremely goofy movie. If we're keeping it in the canon, it's fine. We
could do.
Yeah, when we get
we
there.
could do an offshoot for number 4.
Yeah. Okay.
Can go into the Goofy verse.
Oh. Now is that
Yeah, I
more
get it.
goofy though than extremely goofy?
I mean, if you have an infinite number of Goofy universes
That's true.
and it's movie number 4, you can just pick one that's like pretty damn goofy.
It's pretty goofy. Or maybe that's 3.
But not. Oh yeah.
Three-
That could
three-
be
yeah, 3
a
would be
little
like-
over middle.
Yeah.
Like a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, it gets pretty goofy. Yeah.
It's got dang goofy.
Yeah, that could be like 4, got dang, or like very goofy. Like,
It's just the movie's just called Whoa.
oof. Because they're dogs.
I get it.
Thank you. Okay, movie number 3. Summer before high school, just after 8th grade. You did your little middle school graduation, whatever.
Yep. He's doing kick flips. He's doing heel
Oh,
flips.
yeah.
He can do a board slide.
Yep.
He might get a little air, in one of those like vert bowl things.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit of air, maybe a hand plant, maybe. That's pretty hard. Though.
Yeah, doing it. I mean, if that's what you do, yeah, you could. Yeah,
he's trying.
He's pretty. Yeah, he's pretty
falls.
good in the 5th one. He
Yeah.
skates, and so he's got to learn. He's got to start learning. He's got to be doing it. Yeah. So 8th grade.
So he's doing that.
Yeah, he starts skating probably in 8th grade, maybe right after. But we just haven't seen it
Maybe
yet.
he goes to Woodward. What's he gonna do in Woodward though?
What is Woodward?
You don't remember Woodward?
Is that
It's
like a
that
skate camp?
Yeah, you don't remember that?
I think I do.
All right,
now
scrap
that you
it.
said it.
Scrap it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You drinking water? I'll drink a little water.
You gotta hydrate. Okay.
I've been meaning to ask you this.
Yeah.
Quick tangent. Do you want to wet the bed at the same time?
I think it wouldn't hurt. I think, yeah. How now? Do you mean like while we're sleeping, fully? How are we gonna time it?
I think so.
How are we gonna time it?
You just do it at the same time. So I wrote this in my phone. I just wrote in quotes, wet the bed at the same time, end quote. And just put awesome sentence next to it.
Radical. Good idea.
It like struck me like like I learned something, like a sudden realization of something.
An epiphany.
Like profound.
Whoa.
I was like, whoa. Like what a cool sentence. Like it's never been said probably. Like, hey, do you want to go wet the bed at the same time? Or like at a crime scene, like they wet the bed at the same time.
I'm just trying to think of logistics. So I think there's an old thing, maybe people do it still, but I think there's an old thing where you would like drink a bunch of water before bed and that'd be like your alarm because you'd have to get up to go to go whiz.
The early Native Americans used to do that.
Really? Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I thought you were being for real.
I think I heard that somewhere, but I don't know when.
I have no idea. So we could do that. Okay, drink the same amount of water. Let's say like three glasses, like a lot. Oh, you're in the bed and you're sloshing around. It's hard to get to. It'd be hard to sleep if not for the next.
You hear
step.
that water
Yeah.
just flowing around inside your tummy.
Are they sleeping in a water bed in there? No, tummy's full. Tummy's
That's
full.
my water.
So, yeah, the bicameral body. You got water in your stomach and piss in your bladder, and they're sloshing around at the same time.
It's all about equilibrium.
Yeah, opposites, you know?
Yeah.
So, but then we take like a bunch of melatonin so we don't wake up.
Yeah, or a lot of alcohol.
Yeah, that
or just,
too. Something to
any
make you
sleeping-
not, some sleep aid.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that could work.
Yeah.
That'll work.
But how do you do it at the same time?
See, I think that's the hope with drinking the same amount of water. You would just hope that both your bodies would kind of like, all right, enough's enough. We got to do it now. You know,
They're bursting. We gotta do it now.
maybe
holding hands helps.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
It
That'd
would
be
be nice
beautiful.
and it might be helpful.
You hold hand. Okay, you're in the middle of the bed, belly's full.
Facing each other.
You gotta be on your backs, I think.
Okay.
For this next hands in the center, clasped together, a lover's embrace, very kind, very beautiful.
Yeah.
And then your other hand is way off to the edge because you're putting in a glass of water. Both of you, that old trick. You put your hand in a glass of water on you, so you're just sprawled out on the bed like this, hands held together.
This is like a king size bed, right? It's like,
yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard to do
yeah,
this.
it's really
yeah.
hard.
But it's just enough. Maybe put like a bucket instead. Something like so you can splat, get that hand really in there.
Yeah,
that'll
fully submerged.
Yeah, that
to the
trick will
knuckles.
help too for some. Is that real? Was it?
Yeah.
Is it a real thing? Have they tested
I
that
mean-
in studies?
I mean,
The efficacy of
I've seen
wet
it happen
hand-
enough. I've seen it happen at least twice.
The efficacy of a submerged hand in any suitable liquid.
Thousands of studies confirm there's a 68% likelihood you'll piss yourself.
This one hack.
The temperature is between 99 degrees and 104 degrees.
Yeah, doctors don't want you to know this.
You're getting soaked.
They're trying to take it from you. This is how our ancestors used to sleep, completely drenched in their own perfect medicine.
It's the golden rule.
That's how people used to. That's how people used to never get sick or get sick very. Because if you think about it like this, sure, our immune systems might have been a little bit tougher back in the day because we were out in the elements and we were sleeping more outdoors and more whatever, and the food we were eating was a lot less processed. But the main thing people overlook is that they would do this practice. So they would have the bucket or the whatever, the water. If they didn't have it, they would wet their hands in some other way. Maybe they would use their Orin first before bed to wet their hands and then go to sleep. But then they knew that not only did that cleanse their hands, make it clean, purify, if you will, in multiple senses, that once they went to sleep and they were in that state and they let it flow from them naturally, as it does with us all, that being in that throughout the night, maybe it was only half the night, kind of depend. This would do wonders for the body. It would rejuvenate you. And imagine having your perfect medicine, whatever that may be to you. Imagine you were just surrounded by it constantly, some beautiful warmth around your body, just to hold you and to keep you and to purify whatever ails you, not only on the surface level for like germs, but also inner. I imagine when they would do this too, if they were in tune, if you will, to the universe around them and their ancestors, that this could help them commune and be more at one with the animals. Animals don't put their medicine in the waste. They don't
waste it.
but they waste it in a natural way. And I'm assuming many animals might, will splash here and there. And I'd say that's kind of on purpose.
My own dog kind of pees on his feet a little bit, He does that. I've been teaching him.
I'm teaching him to cure himself,
Yeah.
Start
So
the feet, bud.
His toenails are too long. Just pee on him a little bit,
A little bit. Just call him back a little bit.
Yeah. I was thinking too, like we could first invent some of these like sci-fi sort of, in Dune they have those water reclamation
Yeah,
suits.
the rebreathers or whatever.
Yeah, the re-steamers.
Yeah, steam cleaners.
So you just don't get one that reuses, but kind of just seals it in.
Like
So when you pee,
yeah,
when your Orin
flows.
comes to say hello,
Yeah.
you're perfectly encased in a fine layer of medicine.
I think that's, I think for the modern day, this might be a little tough logistically to do that, the bodysuits. This is sci-fi we're talking about after all. But in a more natural, modern sense, what you could do is like dang it. I'm so serious right now. You could do the sensory deprivation tanks. What do you fill it with?
Full of urine.
Full of beautiful Orin.
Cosmic medicine.
Honestly, because so don't they add like salt and stuff to that anyway to add to the buoyancy? And you want it to
Yeah.
be about like you want it to be body temperature. And what's more body temperature than what your body, right?
Yeah,
Now,
exactly. Now, if you eat a lot of salt,
yeah.
a lot of salt, your urine will be filled with salt.
Yeah, salt load, is a
Yeah.
normal thing
Now
we
you
all
got to be
do.
like, you got to be like 20 years old, 30 years old. You start eating too much salt when you're older, and you kind of just it doesn't work as good.
Right.
You kind of die. Yeah.
No, I
But
mean, yeah, I
while you're
guess.
young, you got some good kidneys.
Yeah.
You got a good pouch of a bladder. You
Yeah.
know, you just eat salt tablets. You drink gallons of water, and you fill that tank.
It's going to take a little bit, but
Yeah.
you're talking about, if you're young enough, you just sodium load. So maybe you don't do it every
Yeah.
day. Let me spread out Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. You sodium load and you put that sodium loaded Orin in. Because this is going to take like a week at least, probably.
And you can use any kind of salt: sodium chloride, potassium, sodium,
yeah.
chloride, sodium.
Yeah.
Anything, any salt,
Yeah. It'll
you
all do
need.
the trick.
It'll all do the trick. Yeah, that's good. How do you keep the smell out though?
What smell?
Like the bad smell. There's a good smell and there's a bad smell.
I don't follow.
Is yours only good?
I mean, yours isn't.
No, it smells really bad.
It's acrid. It stings the nostrils. It's like
Maybe just
paint
gotta heat
thinner.
it up a little bit more.
Yeah, if yours were to have some sort of unpleasant odor associated with it, I would say it's likely a diet thing. Maybe the salt, might contribute a little bit to that. I'm not a medical doctor. I want to make
Makes
that
sense.
clear. I'm a doctor, but not a medical doctor.
I'm not that, useful as a doctor.
I'm
but
not
a
a
doctor.
MD medical doctor, but I'm an MD, right?
I'm an RD, real doctor.
Yeah, I'm a real doctor. Yes, I am.
It's on your desk. Registered real doctor.
RRD. God, that's a good idea.
Yeah, you should do that.
I should do that. I had an idea because I was talking to my coworker last week, and I was like, we should scam old people.
You were still at work. You were saying this?
Yeah. And I'm like, we get them like a cell phone plan. And it's just a normal plan, but we have an app that they use with the plan. And the app makes them spend microtransactions to send texts like in the old day. It costs like money, like per text. And like, remember, like images costed like 2 texts or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like, do that again because they'll remember it. But make it like microtransactions, and we'll use like stamps. So that way they get to collect stuff. So you buy like packs in the app of messages, but the message tokens or whatever are little stamps that you just get to collect. And so
Like
you
duck stamps.
yeah, like duck stamps, whatever. We'll have like seasonal ones. So they're having a blast. They're getting, they're collecting. They're trying to get all these rare ones or whatever because they want to collect stamps. We could do coins too, digital coins, whatever. But really, that's all they're paying for is the image, because the messages are free. It doesn't matter. It's just a normal. I mean, they pay whatever. It's a month.
yeah.
It's a monthly. It's just what I'm trying to say is, Tyler, it's like any modern game. You pay for the base game, and then they try to make you pay as much money as you possibly can with anything else they possibly can while you own the game.
Yeah.
Please buy skins. Please buy this. Please do this. Please buy expansion. Please buy a monthly thing. We'll just do that with texting. Okay.
Can we store all of their texts on the blockchain?
We can store all of them in like an Excel file.
that routinely gets deleted.
Yeah. I forget about it. I don't know.
Because all the messages are like, did you get that roast? You see that sale on roasts?
And a lot of them would just probably be messages about the stamps they're collecting on the app anyway. So they're wasting money.
Gas is up 20 cents and I got myself a duck stamp.
Check it out. Yeah, I got that one too. Spending more of them just to tell you.
What's the best stamp you can get?
I think that would depend on the person because everyone has different tastes.
Like, what's a platinum stamp? End of the season, tier 68. Like, what's that final stamp?
Yeah, and at the end of the
is it only stamps?
At the end of the stamp pass, what are you gonna get? No, it could be. I think
probably like a get off my lawn, and it's just a big like middle finger.
Yeah,
just fuck you.
Fuck yeah, we can get the guy who made Calvin and Hobbes and get his input and get that Calvin where he's pissing on stuff. You know what I mean?
Pissing.
Yeah, and
something vaguely racist on there too.
I mean, some people buy that up. Yeah, like. Yeah, like, oh, don't piss on my lawn, and it's Calvin, and he's pissing on someone's lawn. You know what I mean?
What are the achievements? Like certain challenges you gotta do?
Yeah.
Send 5 texts in 1 hour.
Spend money, yeah. Spend more money. Yeah, because because you have to farm. You want them to spend as much money as they can, as fast as they can, without getting tired of it. And then you also have to make them spend as much time in the app. So time and money are the things you're trying to get from them. Because the more time they're in the app, the more likely are they have to spend the money.
You just really slow down loading times.
Hey.
And they're not frustrated by it at all because they're old. They haven't had enough time with the technology.
They're used to it, yeah.
Care that much.
They're like, yeah, I got time, whatever. That could work.
In between their newspaper readings.
We won't slow it down. That'll just be the capacity of our platform. Wink.
40 texts at a time. That's it.
Yeah, I think so. Well, start off that, we'll see how it goes as the company grows, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Right, yeah, scam people. Beautiful idea. No one's ever thought about scamming vulnerable people before. I'm the first.
Especially when they're old.
No one's thought of this.
Yeah, how do you what's it called?
I couldn't think of a good. I was thinking of trying to call it like something like the Pony Express, like like really call back to like old school, older than obviously everyone who would be using it, but for the nostalgia factor, Mm-hmm. But I don't know.
Freedom Express.
Did you know that my boss? We were in a meeting, and the one coworker I was talking to, I was talking about. I was saying that we could just add pictures of goblins to stuff. Normal. And then he said something about he said something, I'm like, yeah, whatever, .com. And then he said goblinsonly.com. And I was like, I wonder if that's available. And both me and my boss looked it up. And he looked it up faster and just bought it instantly. I'm like,
Oh my God.
You fucker.
You stole my fucking...
Yeah, you better make a website with that. I was like, you better make a website with that.
Turns it into like a black market fucking...
I mean, he owns it. He can do whatever he wants with it, but...
That's true.
Right from under me.
Goblins on the low.
Right from under me. God.
You weren't fast enough.
I wasn't.
This is capitalism, baby.
I was too slow.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Didn't copyright fast enough.
I'll copyright the scam.
Did you learn your fucking lesson?
I did. I should have put down my coffee and typed with both thumbs.
Speaking of typing, I was thinking about this one time. What would you do with holes for hands?
Where they go?
They're just, instead of hands, you have holes.
Where does the hole go?
It's the whole thing.
Like it's like a net without the net, you know, the thing that holds
It's like
the net.
90% hole. It's like the rim of that
Yeah.
fishing net.
So it's like a
is your
basketball.
hand.
It's like a hoop.
Yeah.
Oh,
But how, I guess, let's say they are about 3-inch diameter, maybe bigger, 6-inch diameter. It's a
yeah.
decent sized hole.
It's like bigger than well, diameter, because our hands aren't perfectly circular. So it would be bigger than our hands, roughly.
Yeah.
Right? I can't do math. Diameter. See, I'm dumb. I'm too dumb for this.
This is probably like 4 inches across.
Yeah.
So a little bit bigger.
Okay.
Now we can discuss features you would need. You know, are they static? Are they adjustable?
So this isn't like
flesh?
our.
Are they bone?
Yeah, I was gonna say. So is this blood? Is there blood pumping through this?
Doesn't have to.
Do I have veins? Do I have cartilage? Is it bone or is
yeah.
it cartilage? Is it a little bendy?
It's really hard cartilage.
like okay,
Yeah.
like break glass.
No,
with
no,
it.
no.
Okay.
Let's say they're fucking stronger than titanium, because you don't want to lose your hands.
True. Like how
break your
how
hands.
thick is like the hoop? Like what's the hoop size?
Thick enough to
Like bigger than your finger?
you'd be worried for the other people and not your hands.
How thick is that?
Well, it doesn't have to be.
Well, I'm just thinking.
It
Like
we'll
three.
say it's like
three,
half an inch thick,
like 3 finger.
kind of thin,
Half an okay.
like maybe like 2 fingers,
2 fingers.
1 finger,
Okay.
1 big finger, 2 little fingers.
Well, yeah, I don't have thick fingers. Think
It doesn't have to be perfectly round either. It could be like a needle, you know, the kind of like oblong, the
Oh,
hole on a needle,
yeah. What's that
the
called?
eye of the needle.
Is it called an eye?
I think so.
Uh,
All right. So now you have to exist with holes for hands
Okay.
instantly. How do you get around your room? How do you open that door?
And there's no like muscle, like you can't like contract it, so it can't like shrink in.
We could talk
Like,
about it.
you know, like
Let's pretend like there is none
like
first.
okay, so there's none. See, the first thing I was
Just
thinking was
static
driving,
hole.
and I'm like, driving wouldn't be that bad because you just have to have like knobs. So on your steering wheel, you'd have like little knobs all around it, and then you just hook onto the knobs wherever you want around the wheel,
Mm-hmm.
and then your shifter's already basically that. It's a knob. So driving, I think, wouldn't be that bad, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Blinker, a little tricky. No, you can still hook it. You can still hoop it.
You just can't adjust the radio really at all.
Yeah, true. Okay, but back to like inside, interior, scene, interior, daytime, door. How would you? I'm looking at a door handle right now because I don't remember. I've never seen them before in my life. I have to look.
You got like a handle, or you got like a roundy kind of door handle you got?
I think you could do a thing where it's like, this isn't for one that locks. Let me think for a second about how a lock one would work. But for this one, it would be like, you have the door. So imagine like you're looking at the flat side of the door. I gotta remember where my camera is. So you have like the flat side of the door here, right? So there's like a little slot like this. And the slot will like, you can push and it'll open like this. It'll swing on like a hinge. So you can push your hoop in like that. And then in the inside, there's like a little thing or whatever that you can like
So
get the door
yeah.
with. And then this will close. And then it's both sides. So you can just stick your hoop in the door.
It's not bad.
And it could be like,
Might be a little thick.
might be a little, yeah.
Just credit carding your way through doors.
Who said you can't stick your hand through a door to open a door?
I didn't say
Albert
that.
Einstein. That's a quote that I said now, and it'll be immortalized.
He said that in 1976.
I'm just trying to think of like,
All right. How do you wipe your butt?
Butt wiping. It's going to be too wide. You're going to have to use the edge.
Yeah.
You're going to have to use the edge.
Somehow you got to wrap your hand in toilet paper for that 3/4 inch surface that makes contact.
See, but no, you're
Got to
not.
wrap all the way around.
How you going to wrap it, though? You have two hoops.
You're going to get an apparatus that, see how this is all falling apart, but you have something that pulls out the TP for you.
Yeah.
And then you kind of just put your hand onto it, and then you start twisting. And as you twist, it kind of wraps around, and then you can wipe.
Okay.
Or you go in bare and just kind of wash your hole after.
I don't think that's going to be appealing because we still have to use our hoop for stuff.
True.
So it's just like our hand.
Depends on how gross you want to be.
Do you wipe your fucking ass with your hand now?
Well, no, but I have fingers. I can manipulate the TP. But now you got holes.
I mean, easy answer, bidet, right?
Yeah.
Just use a bidet and get the ones with the air dry or whatever, so you don't have to
All right. So
wipe.
it requires a bidet, basically.
Yeah, which is fine. You can get them now.
Probably can't have too many doors.
Yeah. Yeah. The locking ones, I'm not sure how this is going to work. Because you don't want anyone's hoop going halfway in your door. What if they have a weapon and they stick it halfway through your door? You know?
Can't stop them.
Like interior doors, I think you could do that. But like exterior,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you just go like the push door method, like on like businesses and stuff.
Even on your own house.
Yeah. So you have a key.
just have to, like-
So you have a key fob, and then
okay.
and then you just push in, but it pushes both ways. Because now they usually push one way, and one has a handle. But this would have to.
You just need a hook.
Yeah, you need a hook. Yeah,
You just need a hook so you
yeah.
can put your hoop on it.
Yeah, you're right.
and you just
Yeah,
pull.
just like a right angle. Yeah, easy. Yeah, that's
not
not
so
bad.
bad.
I was totally
not
overlook.
bad.
I was totally overlooking that. Thank you for.
How do
bringing that
you
up.
drink a glass of water?
That's fucking easy. Do you think I'm a fucking amateur? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm cursing a little bit.
Oh my goodness.
Do you know how I want? Okay, this is so simple. I'm disappointed a little bit. What shape is your glass right now? Or maybe it's different, but
It's round.
there's a common type of shape of glass that would.
Oh, it's a cylinder.
Yeah.
Right?
So I think all you have to do is make it so. I'm trying to think of an example. You just have like a little ridge on it, right? And you take your hoop and you like put it over it, and then you just when you angle it, you can get past the ridge. And then when you do this, you're locked in. And then you just angle your hoop out again to take it off.
Yeah, or you could put like, if they didn't have a ridge, just put both of them like this, and then you just kind of pull apart,
Oh,
and that kind of
yeah.
holds it.
Yep,
You just need a little rubber grip.
that's true.
That's easy. Just
Yeah,
carefully
you-
don't break your glass, but
No, it's fine. That works.
that does work. Yeah, yeah, easy.
Rubber spray.
How do you cook food?
Well, you almost if you just like put
One
something.
question.
Yeah.
Does decreasing the diameter of the hole, but not the overall diameter of the hand, help? So you got a thicker hole.
Say that again.
Like you got a thicker rim around the
rim.
hole. Sorry. Does that help at all? And this time it has flesh on it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking it was like fleshed up. If it can't do anything, I don't think it's going to help except for like swatting flies.
Oh yeah. That helps, yeah. Oh, zip lines would be so easy.
Yeah, if if
Holy
they're strong enough,
shit.
yeah, if they're titanium.
Yeah,
Um,
Titanio.
yeah, if they're titanium too, I was kind of forgetting about that. You could cut your zitza really easy. You could just
Mm.
slice that bad boy up. You could
All
slice
right,
up
so we're doing
onions.
cyberpunk holes,
Okay,
future holes.
future.
You get gadgets, you get attachments,
Yeah,
but
you
you still have to retain
change
the
them
hole
out.
shape.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
For
guess
some
what could
reason,
we?
you have to have it. Sorry.
You have to. It's culturally important.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that could be.
All right, what's the first thing you want? Like one finger, maybe. Gotta have
Now,
one
now,
finger at
now, I
least.
think you gotta keep hooped.
Okay.
Or I
No,
think if you
no
have
protrusions.
yeah, I was thinking like it would be like some clause that says the overall shape of the hole must not be skewed when like they'd measure it in degrees, like this much percentage must remain. You know what I mean?
So you couldn't like put a glove on it, like cover up the fact that you have a hole. Hole must be visible at all
I
time.
think it's got to be clear. It's that they still got the hole. The hole is
Okay.
still the main show. The headliner.
The first commandment of hole hands is you
Yeah.
always show your hole.
Be not ashamed of your hole. Yeah.
All
Okay.
right, that's fair. I was thinking like put some like netting in there, so you got
Yeah.
like a little racket.
Oh. Yeah. Ooh. Put a little board in there. Go play some squash.
Oh shit, little
Ooh.
ping pong.
Ooh. Right on the table. Who needs a? Ooh. Gosh. Dang. Yeah. I mean, you could have fun with like inserts. Maybe you can like insert stuff
Yeah,
into it for like sport. Not because again, like you got to keep it. You got to keep. I think for sport, maybe to allow it.
yeah.
Or you'd have to remake sports to incorporate like the hoop, the hole.
Yeah, playing catch is really hard without something there.
Yeah,
Like almost impossible.
like-
Like put a little net in there.
you get like you get like you get a golf ball sized tennis ball, and you make a game where you get extra points if you catch it with your mouth, but the extra points come from like putting both hands up and getting it through both hoops, and then you catch it with your
Oh
mouth.
yeah.
But that's hard to do, so like it's extra points if you can do it and still catch it. Otherwise, you just have to catch it with your mouth. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like a dog, but that's why I made it smaller, so we don't, we don't have dog mouths.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like that ancient game that they played in Road to El Dorado.
Yeah.
Where they're like bumping
Hit it
that,
with the hip.
bumping that ball through that hoop.
Yep.
Yeah, it's your hands.
Yeah. You get a guy up
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Guy to be goal.
Do people have bigger ones, or is it standard
I think.
size?
I think. Well, are we in cyberpunk world now? Future. Because then, yeah.
I guess naturally the underlying is it all the same?
I think-
and then cyberpunk.
I think naturally, just like any body, it would differ.
Yeah, makes
you
sense.
know. Cyberpunk, maybe there would be like a standardized one that they found like works best, or there's some like corporation that has like a lion's share of wealth in the society, and because they make a lot of the infrastructure, they planned it for having a certain size, so people tend to get ones of that size to more easily fit into all the things that they have to do in their society.
And any of them that don't have a perfectly circular one, they're out. They're killed.
And then you have like punks who have like triangle shaped ones and like square shaped ones. And like they go nuts with it. And then the older people and people who are more straight laced, you're like, I can't believe they do that to their holes.
Piercing their holes.
Yeah. Yeah, jewelry, tattoos, kind of some of that transferable stuff. God, you
Sci-fi
could
tech.
God, though, could kids have fun blowing bubbles? They just dip their hoop into just a big bucket of soap or whatever, soapy water.
That's the primary activity.
Just going to town,
Bubble science would be off the fucking
Oh,
chain.
because it would just happen so naturally. Like,
Yeah.
man.
That would be the natural, like, first science is bubble
Yeah,
science.
bubble science. Yeah.
You know, for thousands of years.
Oh,
of
yeah.
bubble science.
Yep. Very developed.
Easy. Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So Goofy movie number 4.
So three, stuff happened. We don't have to get into it. He went to,
Yeah, we don't have to-
we don't have to,
yeah.
we don't have to be a dead horse. We totally talked about it. So we got into 4. Now 4 is an interesting one. Now 4 is a little bit of a sleeper, right? You've had three of these movies, mostly fantastic. Every movie has a few issues, whatever. It's been a few years for production, all this stuff. You get a 4th movie, people are thinking, man, do I really need a 4th Goofy movie? Like, how goofy can they get? So people are coming in a little tepid, right? They're a little tepid on how goofy this could actually be.
Yeah.
What do we do? How does the movie not only keep the fan base happy, but actually make the expectations for the 5th and final movie that much greater? It's got.
So you can't overshadow number 5.
I don't think so, right? It's
So
got.
you gotta make a little bit worse movie
that way.
than
Yeah.
the 5th movie.
Yeah. 5's gotta, because it hasn't come out and it hasn't come out yet, but it's gonna come out, And I'm saying hypothetically, in this universe, this is as this movie has been made. I don't know why I thought that, but that's what I thought. Yeah, or retrospect. Okay, it could be a dog of a
What
movie.
I think, because you don't want to be too great, you gotta have it a little bit shitty.
Yeah.
The first 10 minutes of this movie is just the last 10 minutes of the previous movie.
Oh God.
Exactly.
Ah, man. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah. Yep. You're right. That sucks.
And whatever the climax was, you kind of skip past that and you
Yep.
just kind of just go to the next thing.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of dialogue. Nothing happens.
Okay.
They're kind of recovering from whatever goofiness they got into before.
It was a little more goofy than they were used to, right?
Yeah, it was like he skateboarded a little faster than usual,
Yeah.
and that was just too much. So now he's resting.
Yep.
He caught the fish. He ate the fish.
Yep.
And now we're kind of like on the wind down
Yeah, we're on the
for the
wine.
next 5 minutes, and then the real movie starts.
Yeah.
So take us through the real movie part.
A real movie. So we've had them out in nature. That's beautiful. And,
Yeah.
I think thematically, that's also beautiful for understanding, like, the human experience as a whole, where not a whole.
These are dogs.
These are dogs. The dog. the dog Neanderthals. Got it. Got it. Easy. Crow-Dogman.
Oh, Cro-Magnon the Dogman.
Heidel Dogberensis.
Dogosophanes.
I was going to say that one next. Dang it. Because I can't remember another one.
Doggo sapiens.
Anyway, so mirroring kind of the dog life cycle and just life in general, you got to start off from nature. From nature, return to nature, knowing that sort of stuff. Like, you kind of come from there. It's like your background. It's like your roots. It's like of a species, right? Mm-hmm. And then we kind of glossed over it, but in the third one, that's where we're getting a little more into, like, modernity in the theme, if you will, right? Hence, like, the climax that we all know and love, and how that then made the next movie have to start on this kind of a lull, because it just that, and that's the way we kind of experience things now, where we have this sort of these expectations are set upon you. In the third movie, there was a lot of expectations set upon Max and how he was supposed to navigate this transitional period in his life, right? And we can all relate to that. That's why the third movie is so beloved, as we talked about earlier. So I think So we want to kind of keep that going, right? And so what's going to happen in this movie is where you start coming into, he's not in adulthood, but thematically it's sort of when you're coming into like your own, like you had a transitionary period where things are kind of in flux, right? And now you're having
That was like the larval stage.
yeah, now you're having a period of a bit more like maybe you're coming into like stability. Like you're coming into a stability that you can like have as your own, because I'm also thinking that like on the fifth movie, that because of well, you know how we know how it's going to go, that movie is like is not a rejection. It's not a rejection of like the progress you've had, but more of like a liberation from like the system of you know of you coming from there to where we're at now.
That's
to
just beautiful.
liberate yourself, and to do that in the fifth movie is to become extreme, to go to one extreme for the liberation and to fully embrace the extreme goofiness of yourself. But that's in the fifth one. So the fourth one, I think, has to be that, you know, ramp, you know, up to that point to kind of set the stage for like why you would need to have such a liberation. You know, we've already been ramping up. We get that, but that's just how life is, right? You grow, you learn more. You go to dog school. You get a dog part-time job or whatever at Doggo
He really
Bell.
comes into his own dog in this movie. This is the real structure of his life that he finds.
Yeah, and I mean,
and then, you know, he just goes off the rails because he has to test the waters
Hey.
in number 5.
yeah, this is perfect because he's transitioning, from middle to high school. So actually, movie 4 is 4 years span of time, the 4 years of his high school life, right?
The 4 pillars of doghood.
Yeah, fresh dog, soft dog, June dog, and scene dog. Yeah. No, but that's perfect. It's movie 4. Has 4, it could even have like 4 parts if you want, but it spans 4 years. So it's even long, you know, not long, maybe it's a little bit longer in runtime, but the length of time, because like it or not, up to that point in your life, that is a really formative time for any dog, right? You know, if
I'm
you're-
with you. I'm with you. Keep going. Yeah.
if you're lucky, like I consider myself, you have someone who, you know, you meet people and you will still talk to them. Well, we met earlier than that, but you know what I mean? Like there are people you might still have in your life from that time. And this is also when you start, really coming into like, you have time to really just feel out what it's like to be, you know, your own dog. Like, so I think
No
that,
leash for me.
yeah, you go through a no leash phase, you go through whatever phases, you know, your friends come and go, you go to different like cliques, you know.
You get real barky on year 1 of high
Yeah,
school.
you're real barky. Oh,
Real barky. Year 2, you got all this energy. You don't know what to do. You just keep running around. You're rock hard. You got a lot of stuffed animals you're humping, you know? Girls are scary still.
yeah. So you got to explore the stuffed animals, you know. That side, that
year
side
3,
of
you
yourself.
kind of, you soften up a little bit.
Yeah,
you gain some control.
You start to look, you've always had the presence of mind to look to your past. But in your third year, you start to see the last 2 and you realize that you're seeing the new breed, the new pups come into the, you know, and you're like, was that me?
They have so much to learn.
They have so much. Was that me just 2 short years ago?
Which is like 14 years, really.
Right. Is that what? Trying to pull from the depths of my brain. Is that Captain Jack? Is that Falco? Is that
Balto?
Egg Beater? Is that?
Oh!
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Raptor Jack.
Raptor Jack. Thank you. Is that Raptor? You know, you're like, was that me? Was I Raptor Jack?
Is that the Frenchman?
Okay, so you remember. You're remembering here.
I didn't know where you're going with that.
Yeah, 'cause I couldn't-
Frenchman, if you're out there, I didn't forget you.
God bless.
Raptor Jack, I almost forgot you.
I mean, I essentially have for a long time until now.
It all comes back.
But did we really forget them if we can remember?
Not in this movie.
Can you really forget something if you can remember it later? Did you really ever forget it? Anyway, yeah.
I don't think so.
I think it's just temporary forgetfulness. Yeah, so you're in the third year yet, like you were saying. Well, go on. Just tell me the third and then the final, the senior year, kind of your mindset, you know?
Yeah, fourth year. Think of it like the Boy Scouts, but for dogs. The Dog Scouts.
Yep.
You got a big project to do.
Yeah.
Really, it's a hole digging project. You know, they live underground. I don't know if you knew this.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah. It's the hollow dog earth. But so you just get all your buddies together for this final senior project and you just start digging.
Yeah.
And so like you first day of the year, you dig. Every day you dig. And then you don't take holiday break because you want to win. So you stay and dig.
Yeah.
And then the people with the biggest hole at the end win.
Yeah. Okay.
You win high school.
Fuck yeah, you do.
So that's where it gets goofy. Like the last 10 minutes is just
Oh god, yeah, they're going whole hog on the whole.
And then the audience is just like, this is just goofy.
This is goofy because, and then like, is it so like, I mean, I knew they lived underground. I knew that.
Yeah.
But like, I feel
figured
like
you
just
did.
because of the inner sun and stuff, you forget because you do see sunshine. So a lot of the audience probably forgets too. So I think, yeah, that's a good time in this movie to remind people that they live in Dogartha, and and when they're digging, they're actually digging up. They're digging out,
Yeah.
relatively speaking.
Yeah. I was thinking, well, how many dog gods do they have? Anubis is easy. Is there any more?
Yeah. Why? No, wow, I can't think of. There have to be.
Clifford.
He's a god, yeah.
I mean, they would think so.
He's big. Close enough.
Is Arthur a dog?
No, he's an aardvark.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Close
He's
enough.
god number 3.
Yeah, he gets whatever. He's fine. What's
Balto?
Balto?
Balto's probably a god.
Balto's like a beautiful, like
He's like the working dog
medicinal,
kind of god.
yeah, and like with medicine and stuff, a healing god. Yeah,
So yeah, they're building a hole for the worship of these gods.
right, because it's just
And really, they're just
an
digging.
honor. Yeah,
There's no building.
no, it's
Yeah.
just an honor.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll put a bone in there or something, right? Maybe they'll all
like a
put
ceremonial
bone. Yeah,
bone.
yep. That would be nice. And that's what we dig up on the surface. And we see, what's this? What's this weird big bone? And that's the dinosaurs.
But it's not even bone. It's just fake.
Yeah, true.
It's fake rock. It's fake news.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Wow,
I think
these are a lot of good movies.
these are good movies. And I think really 4 is going to be like the a real mental trip. It's going to be like the one 3 and 4 really. But 4 is going to be that one where like if you're in it, you're in it. It's going to hit that specific like type of audience that they're like, yeah, I wanted some like psychology in my like 3 and 4, like end of 3, most of 4. And some people are going to be a little turned off by that. I'm not going to lie. They're going to be a little like, it's getting a little too heady for me. You know, I'm not sure about this. Yes, of course it was goofy. It was very goofy. Of course it was. But I'm just not
We
sure.
didn't even think. Is this the only metric by which we're making these movies? Just goofiness?
I mean, it's the idea, kind of, but, you know.
Yeah.
Listen, we're making gold. 3 golden movies in the span of an hour. We can only do so much, right? These things take time, right? Flesh
And
out
funding.
ideas and funding. And so if you're out there and you're looking at this and you're looking at me, you're looking at this, If you're looking at this, look into your heart. Look into your wallet. Look into your Venmo. Look wherever
Is there anything in
your
there?
PayPal, your Snap Cash app. Look in whatever you got and think about if you can give this holiday season.
Yeah, the gift of Goofy.
Give the gift of Goofy. More Goofy. Goof good. Goof good. Goof for good.
Goof for the holidays.
What was that? Are you for log? Are you for log?
I mean, I would die in the streets for log.
I forgot about that.
What is for log? What does that even mean?
I don't know what we were talking about, right?
You said prologue? Oh yeah, prologue.
Are you prologue? Yeah, I'm for log.
I'll gather 50 of my closest brothers. We'll fucking march the streets for log.
Oh, yeah.
More log, more power.
Give the gift of goof this holiday season and spread, dare I say, joy? Can you have joy in a goofy scenario?
Without goof?
Without goof? Many scientists say yes. Many...
They're wrong, though.
They aren't real scientists, but I'm a real doctor.
And we established this many times.
It's true. Well-established fact.
Ask any doctor question, he'll answer it. But not right now.
Not right now, because unfortunately, it's about that time. We went through the whole spectrum of goofs, and hopefully you had some gaffes. But
Oh my god.
I think that's probably about it for tonight.
I think so. Thanks for goofing. Thanks for spoofing. Thanks for watching Jaws.
Got some ziti. Check out my wife's ziti.
Some